So a few weeks ago, as I was coming back into Sheffield, or going back home, I thought I'd get off train at Sheffield, pop into Sheffield, and I was walking up Howard Street and I saw the construction of the university buildings and realised that they weren't solid brick. Now I've just walked up the canal from Leeds town centre and I've noticed again it looked like they're solid brick, but here they're actually building it, and you can see the yellow insulation here. And then if you go a little bit further up, you see the yellow insulation, but they cover it in a grey coating, and then they put brick slips on top, so there's hardly any brick covering on it. And you can see it probably more on the corner areas where they put in the bricks on. You can see the actual insulation behind it, and like 95% of it is insulation, and then it's just a brick slip on top. So whether it's Leeds, Sheffield or Manchester, you can just see how these buildings are constructed. And we're going to be lucky to see 30 years out of these buildings. Now the Park Hill flats at Sheffield, they were built in the 50s, 60s, and it's 60 years later, and they're actually a listed building, so they've been around about 60 years. But you're going to be lucky to see 30 years out of these buildings in Sheffield, Manchester and Leeds before they fall into bits. So we're building tens of thousands of new flats in all our major cities, and in 30 years time they're all going to be falling to bits. So don't really matter where you go in the country, the same building standards, they're actually Orwellian really. I mean, there's nothing beautiful about these buildings. At least the old mill buildings that were in Leeds look absolutely fantastic with some of the brickwork on them, but not in Leeds.